toys are for play, but tech is everything.
I knew you through the days of the blades of the grass in summer. Parachutes for the free fall of being younger. I memorized the sound of your barefoot steps.
Hello, my fellow YouTubers and subscribers, and welcome to my latest movie review, where today I review the latest film from Disney and Pixar, Toy Story 5? Yes, Toy Story 5. We're at the 5th one, I can't believe it. Yes, Toy Story 5. Once again, a sequel that no one asked for. Released 31 years after the first one. This series has been going on for over 3 decades now. That is crazy. Well, partly that's to do with the gaps between the movies, but even so. So before I go into this, I would just like to mention a subscriber. So I want to give a shout out to Harry Thomas, who I saw the movie with. Later on, there will be a collaborative vlog that is shown, hence the length of this video, so apologies about that. And I also have seen the movie twice. I saw the film the first time and I just couldn't work out how I felt about it. I mean, I was going to see it twice anyway. I wanted to see it once on the opening day, and then I saw it again today with Harry Thomas. So I've now cemented my thoughts, and I've actually made a list. I don't always do this, but I made a list of everything I wanted to talk about because there's so much in this film to discuss. The movie is directed by Andrew Stanton and McKenna, and the plot is as follows. Woody, Buzz, Jesse, and the rest of the gang's jobs are challenged when they're introduced to electronics, a new threat to playtime. So basically, toys versus tech. So, Toy Story 5. Now, once again, I wasn't really wanting this film. I thought the series had pretty much run its course. Certainly with Toy Story 4. I never really wanted Toy Story 4 either, but that turned out to be a lovely surprise. So I thought, okay, well, there's a 50-50 chance with this movie. I'm either going to love it or I'm going to hate it. My thoughts on Toy Story 5 are polarizing. So my kind of opinion is that I think it's somewhere in the middle. Unfortunately, is the first big disappointment of the franchise. Now, I know there's a lot of people that are probably going to love this film and really like it and think it's good. Even if they don't think it's the best one, they'll still like it. But I'm sorry, guys, I've got to keep it real here. I found this film to be very disappointing. This movie was all over the place. I have to be honest, it was really all over the place. And I've thought about it and I've seen it twice. So I know I've written down the things that I think are wrong with it. What I will say is what I think is right with it. The story, or specifically the idea of this film, with toys versus tech. If you're ever going to make a Toy Story 5, this was the idea that you were going to go with. And I think this should have been the sole focus of the movie. The trouble with this movie is that there's so much stuff that they add in that is so unnecessary, and it bogs down this film, which is why I just could not emotionally connect with this film and found it boring, quite honestly. The whole idea of toys versus tech and Bonnie getting this lily pad, obviously it couldn't be an Apple iPad for legal reasons, and her trying to make friends in this group chat and then it not going very well, and then the message of the film being that you don't need to change yourself to fit in to find a friend, you just need to find the right person to connect with. That is a good message and that should have been the main focus. Unfortunately, film feels obliged to give us loads of crap that we didn't really need. For me, there's just, there's so much unnecessary filler in this movie. I mean, they got away with Toy Story 4 because Toy Story 4 had a good idea, it had one through line, that was Woody's purpose. Woody was trying to find a purpose again, and that was the main thread of the drama. Everything else was kind of like comedy, all new characters, and it was very brief, all the other stuff that was added on. This movie, freaking hell, you could argue it's even a little convoluted. Okay, so the things I think are unnecessary. The Buzz Army didn't need to be there. They serve no purpose whatsoever. And once again, we retread the whole thing of Buzz thinking he's an actual space ranger when he's actually a toy. And it's like, we've done this already. We've done this in the first movie, and even to a lesser extent, the second movie. Woody, the character of Woody, his arc completely wrapped up in Toy Story 4. You could have got away with not having him in it. I understand he's the most iconic character and Tom Hanks is brilliant, but he didn't need to be in this movie. He was just such a spare part, really. And once again, much like Toy Story 4, the supporting characters, like the original characters like Slinky, Rex, Ham, the Potato Heads, they are all severely underused. They're kind of shoved in a box for most of this movie. I mean, they do even less than they do in Toy Story 4, and that's saying something. Without trying to go too much into spoilers here, I think the biggest issue for me is the plot contrivance of forcefully connecting more to Jesse's backstory, because Jesse is the lead of this film. And I didn't mind that. That was a nice change. But the fact that they tried to add to the Emily backstory, which was in Toy Story 2, for me was unneeded. I thought the backstory was just fine, being simple and the way it was. You know, the location where Jesse went, which was the old house of Emily. They didn't need to forcefully tie that together. And then the tree scene where she realizes Emily did care about Jesse even after she gave her away, and a certain person in Emily's family is named Jesse. I just thought, this is just, again, it's not like it's a bad idea, but is it needed? It didn't change my mind on the plot. It didn't influence anything. It was just kind of there for fan service. As for the new characters, I mean, they're fine. I mean, Conan O'Brien voices Smarty Pants. I mean, it's kind of a funny moment where they replicate his hairstyle. Otherwise, he's just Conan O'Brien, really. Also got this blue hippo device thing called Atlas, which is like a GPS toy. And then you've got this camera called Snappy, conveniently. They're the toys of Blaze, the girl that Bonnie eventually befriends. And again, they're fine, but a lot of the movie feels kind of tired for me. The humor doesn't really work, it doesn't land. I laughed a couple of times, but nothing particularly major is very funny in this movie. I will say this though, I did like Joan Cusack in this film, even though she sounds quite old now for the part. Jessie is very good in this movie. She takes charge, she takes more of a leadership role, and her and Bullseye are in the thick of the action in this film, and I did like that she took most of the emotional weight of this film. Another unnecessary subplot. Buzz wants to marry Jessie. There's this whole thing about Buzz trying to propose to Jessie, which again, it's not bad. Again, I'm repeating myself. It's not a bad thing, but is it needed? Probably not. We could have told this story without all that. So for me, it's just like all over the place. We don't need all this extra stuff. We just focus on the tech and the toys. Bonnie and Blaze. Focus on that. And then Jessie. You know, focus on those threads. That would have been much better. The climax of the film is okay. It's a bit weightless, really, compared to some of the others, but it's fine. I mean, it's not, you know, it's not going to hurt anyone, but it's just not particularly inventive. And as for the lily pad character, I mean, she serves her purpose, but she's not the most interesting character. You get why she's in it, but I just found her to be sort of dull and uninteresting. There are some really heartfelt moments that do tug on the heartstrings. It is a Pixar film, so of course there are going to be moments where we all emotionally connect. And for me, those moments were with Bonnie. There was one moment where Bonnie and her mother had a conversation in a car. That was very heartfelt. And then the end of the film, where Bonnie and Blaze finally met each other, I thought was nice. That was the heart and soul of the film. To me, the script of this film is just so overbearing. It doesn't feel like the final draft. It feels like they had the first or second draft and forgot to cut some other bits out. And I feel in some ways if they'd have rewrote the script one or two more times, we would have had a pretty streamlined film. With Toy Story, less is more. You just need one through line. You need one beat, thread it through, add little sprinklings here and there. Like the first movie, Buzz and Woody's rivalry. That's the thread. And then the adventure is what surrounds the plot. Toy Story 2, Woody's identity, and then the rescue mission. Everything else is threaded around that. Toy Story 3, Andy's growing up, moving to college, tries to give the toys away. The toys end up in daycare. They try to get back to Andy, and then they try to find a new place to move on. That's a simple thread. Everything else works around it. Toy Story 5 is like, we've got this toys tech thing with Bonnie and Blaze, and then, we've got to have this thing, we've got to have Jesse's backstory, we've got to have more Buzzes, and we've got to have this and that. Just stop. Stop. You don't need to do that. It's not necessary. The music is quite nice. There are some nice callbacks, and Taylor Swift does a decent song for the credits. And there are some really cool animation sequences where we see the characters in the kids' imagination, and it goes to like this 2D anime, colourful style of animation, which I quite liked. I thought that was a nice deviation. But to me, this movie was just so unnecessary. It was really disappointing. It felt flat for me, which is a real shame. I didn't feel that way the first time I watched it, because obviously the first time you watch it, it washes over you. The second time I had a chance to think about it, and the more I thought about it, I can't rate it as high as the others. I just can't. I mean, the best I can say is that it's entertaining. It has its moments. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, this is just my opinion. If you like this movie, to each your own. You know, I'm not gonna attack anyone who has a different opinion to me. But I'd be lying if I said I wasn't disappointed. I mean, I never wanted this movie anyway, but I wasn't going in hating it. I wanted to give it a chance. I thought the trailers were 50-50 to me, because again, Toy Story 4 was such a lovely surprise. So I thought maybe they'll keep this up. But sadly, the consistency has run out for me. I will just finish up by rating Toy Story 5. You're going to be surprised. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. So I think it's all right, and I think the animation is fantastic. I mean, look at the quality of character models compared to the first movie, you know, where we've come in 30 years, or 31 years even, is really quite astonishing. I really do feel like it's time to put this series to bed. I know it won't. It doesn't matter what I say. They will carry on as long as the money allows them to, and as long as the cast are able to. Toy Story 6 is probably going to be toys versus AI, so look forward to that. But at the end of the day, this is just my opinion, so if you disagree, that's fine, but please be polite in the comments below. And a big shout out to Harry Thomas. I thought I'd save the vlog for the end of this review. So anyway, thank you very much all for watching. What did you think of Toy Story 5? Please comment down below and let me know. Hit the like and subscribe button, and until next time, I'm Pajak's Perspective. See ya. Bye for now. Hey guys, so welcome to this vlog. We're here today to watch, well, Toy Story 5.
Reach for the sky.
So yeah, we're here to watch the fifth movie. We didn't ask for this, but let's be honest, neither did anyone else. I've actually seen it already, so I won't say anything. But Harry, what were you expecting?
Oh, my expectations are pretty low for this one. It's actually one of my least anticipated films this year, controversially. I just feel this feels like one too many. Like, I mean, but still, if some people are loving it, particularly the Toy Story fans, then each their own. I'm going in as open-minded as possible.
Yeah, I think that's the only way to be, really.
Yeah.
Even though, yeah, we didn't need this, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, if it makes money, obviously, inevitably, it will just more will be made. So we might as well just get used to it at this point.
Because money-grabbing Mickey is gonna milk that cow.
Hot diggity dog! So let's go! So we will be back in probably about 2 hours, because we're including the adverts here. In about 2 hours, where we will give our final verdict on Toy Story 5. So we'll see you later.
See ya.
Okay, so we've just come out of the movie. So Harry, did it fly or fall with style?
Oh, it's fell, but not with style. Oh my god, this movie was boring. I'm sorry. I struggled to stay awake through a lot of this film, particularly in the middle. I mean, I thought this would be the dud of the Toy Stories from the start, to just the entire storyline of, you know, tech taking over and kids not playing with toys anymore, and it's so cliche.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a bad idea.
Yeah,
it's relevant, but I know what you mean. They could have done more with it.
Oh, way more, and there is too much filler in this film. Like, there's literally an army of Buzz Lightyears. I mean, why?
For no reason.
Yeah, they're literally there for no reason, and we already did an army of Buzzes a lot better at Al's Toy Barn in Toy Story 2.
Yeah.
In fact, this film feels like a poor man's Toy Story 2.
Yeah.
Like, with so many unnecessary callbacks and nostalgia bait to the first two films.
Humor didn't really land for me either. There's a couple of chuckles, but the new characters for me were okay, but again, not as memorable.
Yeah, they were so forgettable, and that smarty pants living posse trainer character, he was the most annoying Toy Story character I have ever seen.
Sorry, Conan.
Yeah, sorry, Conan did not care for him.
You say the Jar Jar Binks of Toy Story.
Oh, easily.
Wow, really that bad?
Yeah, that's annoying, and in Forky gets a wife, which she does nothing in the film. They didn't even give her a character.
Well, we saw her appear at the very end of Toy Story 4, so I was expecting that. And there's this subplot about Buzz proposing to Jessie for no reason.
Could
have taken that out and it would have been fine.
Literally, I mean, and also most of the original toys, if you thought they were wasted in Toy Story 4, you ain't seen nothing yet. They spend most of the movie in a box. Yeah. I don't even think Mrs. Potato Head even had a line of dialogue.
Yeah, and Mr. Potato Head was recast for obvious reasons. Oh yeah. And you could tell, I mean, he had like 2 lines in it, but I mean, to me it was just, I mean, again, the ideas, I like the idea of the toys and tech thing, and, you know, Bonnie trying to connect with friends, and there's a nice message about, you know, you don't always have to find friends through, you know, group chats, or you don't have to change yourself to make friends. You just need to find the right person. That was good. If they'd have stuck to that simple through line, it would have been much better, because like the previous 4 movies, even the 4th one, had one idea which followed through without any filler. this added so much stuff. It felt almost like the first draft of the script in some ways. Like, I don't know if you would agree with that, but that's how I felt.
I actually agree that like it literally felt like the first draft. Oh, and Woody was completely pointless in this film.
Woody didn't need to be.
It's like he's only in it to make the ending of Toy Story 4 redundant.
Yeah, I mean, because Woody's the most iconic character, they had to throw him in there. And there's like other characters there's so many characters in this thing, like Duke Kaboom and Bo and Duck and Bunny, they cameo, and then there's other characters like Hornback Carl, and there's so many damn people in this film. And then and also like the sequences where the kids are playing with toys. In the imagination sequences, we go to a different style of animation, which is kind of new for Toy Story. It looks a bit anime-esque. Some of those things were cool. I mean, Joan Cusack should be praised really as Jessie. I mean, and you know, obviously, I'm not sure if we're going to do spoilers here, but the way they sort of add more to Jessie's backstory, the way they forcefully tie that, I thought was a bit silly.
I agree.
It didn't need to be like the same house that Emily had.
You literally, but Blaze's house didn't need it to be Emily's, even though I like that Bonnie made a new friend in Blaze, and there were like one or two sweet moments, but that there weren't enough of them.
And then for me, the scene by the tree where it adds, well, for me, it adds insult to injury by, again, unnecessarily adding more context to the Jessie backstory of like, well, I don't know if we should say the spoilers, but I'll just say the way that Jessie finds out she did matter to Emily even after she was given away through someone being named after her. I'll say that, but I was like, I mean, okay, it's nice, but it's not necessary.
Exactly.
It's not necessary. Although, one thing we should say, the animation is very good.
Not badly animated because because Pixar, they can never be falses in animation. But and Andrew Stanton, you are not a bad director, but you dropped the ball. This is hands down your weakest film. In fact, 10 years ago, you directed the much better Finding Dory.
I have to say, that was actually better than this. I mean, I'll say this, the best compliment you can give this, it's better than Lightyear.
Oh yeah, and Lightyear is still absolute garbage.
Because of that twist at the end.
And the worst Toy Story movies. So.
And again, just this movie starts, this is where the Toy Story movies start to retread a lot of territory that they've covered before, like with the Army of Buzzers, you know, the whole, like them being space rangers, thinking they're actually really rangers and not toys. You know, we've done that before, you know, it's a little monotonous.
And Zurg is our Daz. Oh, we did that before.
Yeah, we had that joke in Toy Story 2.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, it was just, I mean, it wasn't a movie that needed to exist. I mean, you could say that about the fourth one, but like I said, at least the fourth one has a stronger idea and a sense of closure with Woody's arc. This had, again, a relevant idea, but with other stuff surrounding it, made it very messy for me. I mean, not a terrible movie. I did enjoy some scenes in it, and there was some emotional scenes, like with Bonnie and her mum. It's not enough.
Yeah, quite. And also, this is the least dark and most light-hearted of the Toy Story movies, hands down. Like, there's literally, and even the finale felt like it does. You know, the original trilogy had epic finales, like with them chasing after the moving van in the first film, the epic airport climax of Toy Story 2, the furnace climax in Toy Story 3. You don't get anything like that in this film.
I mean, it's not bad. I mean, it's them chasing after. Well, I won't say. But spoilers. But yeah, I mean, it's inevitable it will continue based on money. So we should expect more films. So all I would like them to do is obviously going forward. Just if you're so insistent on continuing, just take better care. Think more carefully about this. But whatever. It's going to please the kids that go and see it. But I just think this is the point where I'm kind of jumping off of this now. I mean, if they make any more, I'll watch them, but I'm just not as invested anymore. I think it's tiring. Again, a relevant idea, but I don't think you can take this much further. Put it that way.
Yeah, Toy Story's gotten tired now, even though I did enjoy the Taylor Swift song. I Knew It, I Knew You in the credits, because Taylor Swift never misses.
Well, yeah, that's our general thoughts. So, and obviously there have been some people that are loving this and really enjoying it. So good for them. But
I think it's getting overhyped and overpraised personally. But,
yeah, well, people are entitled to their opinions.
Well,
Yeah. But anyway, we shall see you very soon. So thank you for watching.
Thank you.
And goodbye.